Well, good morning, everybody. This is sort of an amendment to the stupid doctor thing. Um, Let me show you something. This this is what keeps me alive. Okay. Now, you see this one? That's a diabetic medicine. Now, because you take that one, you have to take this one, and you have to take that one, because this causes you to piss out all your potassium and your vitamin B12. Now, this one is also a diabetic medicine. But if you take the two of them together and you don't eat at the right time, then you got to take one of these babies, which is an antacid pill. All right. Do you see this one? This is a blood pressure medicine called Norvasc. Okay. Now, because you take this one, you have to take this one because this is a water pill, and Norvasc makes your ankles and your feet blow up like a fucking balloon. So, then this is a heart pill. And indirectly, this is one also. I always carry baby aspirin around. Now, my doctor told me when I started taking this one, I didn't have to take these. Then I read a report. I get a bunch of medical magazines and bullshit that you stand a good chance of having a heart attack if you don't continue to take potassium, because potassium is one of the essential things in the electrolyte process that keeps your heart going thumpity thump thump. Now, the pharmacist, he happened to have been on Prilosec, and if you're on Prilosec or Nexium, these are antacids that you take continuously. You take them for 30 days or 90 days, depending on which one you're taking. And what it does is it makes your stomach alkaline. Now, you're taking them because you have this reflux that causes heartburn, but what it's doing is it's pushing the acid from your stomach back up into your esophagus, and you don't want that because that's the leading cause of esophageal cancer, which is one of the least curable of all cancers. Matter of fact, it has a recovery, a repetition rate of 97%, so they can usually knock it down, but it invariably almost always comes back and kills you. Now, the report I read was saying that both Nexium and Prilosec, if you continue to take them like you're supposed to, that you add 55% chance of you're going to end up with kidney failure later on, right? Plus that you still must take this potassium or your electrolytes are all going to be fucked up. So when I told the pharmacist that, he began to take the potassium and vitamin B12. So it's a crapshoot out there. You know, your doctor says, "Oh, you got high blood pressure. Let's try this or this." For years, for my high blood pressure, I took this, just a water pill, and it worked. But then this Norvasc, oh, what a miracle drug that was. But I still, because I took the Norvasc, then I still had to take the water pill. Otherwise, your leg blows up like a fucking balloon. So, any prescription any doctor decides to give you, be sure to check with your pharmacist, because your pharmacist, for the most part, is going to be more up to date on combinations of drugs. Your doctor, you're in there one day and he treats you for high blood pressure. You go back and the next time he takes your blood pressure and it seems normal. So and then he finds out you're diabetic, so then he starts treating you for diabetes, forgetting the fact that being your blood pressure checked out, you're taking some couple of drugs for that fucking thing that might interact with the other drugs. So even though the pharmaceutical companies are wringing us by the balls, it's not making us pay through the fucking nose. We represent 5% of all the people in the world, yet we pay 40%, more than 8 times our share of the cost of pharmaceuticals. And this is because the Congress, we keep getting back to the same, might as well just make a loop on the end of these. That's because the Congress is bought and sold by the pharmaceutical companies. But the message here is simple. Take your doctor's prescriptions, take them to the pharmacy. If you trust your pharmacist, make sure there's no problem there, and especially with your electrolytes.